Lord Mayor of Leicester, honoured guests, members of the Board of Governors and Academic Board, ladies and gentlemen, graduands. May I welcome you all very warmly this evening to this graduation ceremony here at Montfort University, at which we shall receive the graduands and diplomates from the Faculty of Arts, Design and Humanities, who have completed their studies in 2017 and confer on them their various degrees and diplomas. For those of you who are graduating here today, we very much hope that you will value the time that you've spent here at Montfort University and that you will continue to keep in touch with us through the Alumni Association, which brings together our graduates from right around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you today to celebrate with all of us the achievements of those who are here to receive awards and honours, and to offer them all our warmest congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of De Montfort University, Professor Andy Collop.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Andy Collop, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor here at De Montfort University, and a very, very warm welcome to your graduation ceremony this evening. Now, in just a second, I'm going to start off with my formal speech, but before I do that, I'm going to need your help with the ceremony. In fact, I'm going to need the help of all of the audience with our ceremony this evening, and we also have some people watching, I think, in our marquee, so I'm going to need their help as well. So let me just explain what's going to happen. So the centrepiece of our graduation is when our students come up on the stage, they receive their certificate at the middle of the stage and they graduate. Now, at that moment, I want friends, family, supporters, I want you to make as much noise as you possibly can. And fellow students, I'd like you also to make as much noise as you possibly can. And the reason for that is that every year we have about 19 or so graduations, and we have a kind of little competition between ourselves as to who's going to preside over the loudest graduation ceremony. And I have to tell you, I lost last year and I'm a bit grumpy about that. So my money's on you guys this evening. So I've got my money on you guys to be as loud as you possibly can. So what we're going to do, in true Blue Peter fashion, we're going to have a bit of a practice. So I'm going to count to 3, and when I get to 3, I want you to stamp your feet, I want you to cheer, I want you to shout, I want you to clap your hands, make as much noise as you possibly can. So are you ready? Okay. 1, wait for it. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. I can see we're in for an absolutely wonderful ceremony this evening. So thank you very much. Keep that up for the whole ceremony. It'll be wonderful. Pro-Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors and Academic Board, honoured guests, and of course, our graduands. I'm very proud to be here with you today to celebrate your academic and personal achievements and to share with you your graduation at De Montfort University. Now, I can just about remember my own graduation in the dim and distant past. White tie, Latin recital, bowing, and before anyone says that's actually not me on the screen there, I promise. Latin recital, bowing, kneeling, lots of bowing and kneeling, and I'm sure you're pleased to know there's no bowing and kneeling involved in this evening's ceremony. But like many of you waiting to graduate today, I was busy thinking about many things, some mundane and some more profound. Who to look at, or perhaps who not to look at as you pass across the stage. How to avoid that dreaded sweaty palm handshake, and whether my friend's shiny new pair of stilettos would let her down just at the moment she received her certificate. Today is a day of ceremony and procession, but it's also one of celebration and being proud of your achievements, and you should allow yourself a moment to reflect on just how far you've come during your time at DMU. I know you'll also be thinking about what's next. Of course, some of you will already know what you'll be doing. There might be a new job starting next week, or you might be looking forward to further study, taking a break, or perhaps travelling overseas. It's a world that's ever-changing, and many things have happened during your time here at DMU. As you began your studies, we had a referendum on whether Scotland should become an independent country and break apart the United Kingdom, which has stood for over 300 years. We've seen not one, but two general elections, with the results shaking the political establishment and providing very little strength or stability. And then there was last summer's EU referendum, which has triggered a near unprecedented level of political engagement right the way across the UK. Donald Trump sits in the White House as leader of the free world. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more crazy, Leicester City went and won the Premier League. Extreme or unusual political developments can often encourage us to stop and look at the world in which we live, to look closely at the people around us and the way with which we engage with one another. Sadly, many developments over the past 3 years have been for the worse. President Trump's travel ban, growing suspicions of the other and of people from different countries, religions or ethnicities, and sentiments of anti-intellectualism, and the assertion by a cabinet minister, no less, that this country has had enough of experts. As university graduates, you have a duty to speak out against intolerance and the vilification of experts. Universities are a public good, institutions of intellect, knowledge creation and knowledge exchange, and you are our representatives. Many of you will know the story of Stephen Lawrence, a teenager who was tragically murdered in a racially motivated attack in London in 1993. Doreen Lawrence, Stephen's mother, is now the Chancellor of your university. Faced with extreme adversity, she said, "I could have shut myself away, but that's not me." Instead, Doreen has campaigned tirelessly for justice, which has led to changes being made to the Race Relations Act and the Criminal Justice Act, and she's helped Britain become a better society. Doreen also launched the Stephen Lawrence Charitable Trust in 1998 to promote equal opportunities for young people. As you enter the world outside of DMU, you will become representatives of a global outlook, of community citizenship and of the public good. When some would have us look inwards and be insular, I would implore you to encourage others to be outward-looking, to become citizens of the world and to embrace compassion and tolerance. I know many of you have already begun to do so during your time at DMU. I'd like to share with you two observations from Mahatma Gandhi, someone with whom we've become very familiar through our university's work in India. Gandhi said, "You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops in the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. You must be the change you want to see in the world." We can take inspiration from these quotes. As graduates of DMU, you've made a conscious choice to commit yourselves to learning, to grow as individuals and to succeed through adversity. You're part of a generation whose voice has been reawakened, which we saw at last month's general election when record numbers of students voted. You've volunteered through DMU Square Mile and you've engaged with the world through DMU Global. You are our optimism and you are our change. And we can be hopeful because you're making your voice heard and taking action. Action against the things you believe are wrong and in support of the things you believe are right. Now, I don't know what the next 3 years or even the next 12 months will bring, but as graduates of DMU, I know that you can face this world of uncertainty with confidence. Confidence in your university, because DMU was one of only 33 institutions to receive a gold rating in this year's Teaching Excellence Framework, or TEF. The TEF was created by government for the first time to provide an assessment of universities focused on those things that matter most to prospective students: teaching quality, student satisfaction, and graduate employment outcomes. Our gold rating means that DMU was judged as outstanding for the quality of its teaching and the impact this has on students' lives. The TEF ranked DMU first in the country for equipping its students for highly skilled employment or further study. We were also ranked 5th in the country in a TEF league table and were the second best university for disabled and BAME students. And you can take confidence from an international outlook and being part of our international community of students and alumni. I know that many of you will have joined our unique visit to New York earlier this year, where we took 1,000 students to the US as citizens of the world, as well as coming to Berlin last month. We're incredibly proud as a University of DMU Global. I think so far over 7,000 students have taken an international opportunity as part of the DMU Global programme, and almost 20% of students cite it as one of the reasons why they come to DMU. So I'm very pleased to be able to announce today that we're extending our large DMU Global trips for alumni. So we hope to be able to see some of you in the future on our large-scale DMU Global trips. Next year we have trips planned to the Far East, we have a trip planned to New York, and we also have another trip planned to Berlin. And finally, in terms of confidence, you can take confidence from yourselves and your own successes and experiences at DMU, whether academic or achieved through volunteering or sport, or through enterprise and individual endeavour. For many of you, the choice of what is next will be the first of many you will need to make. Where you find success, there may also be disappointment and challenge. Do not let that beat you down. You're allowed to fail and fail again until you succeed. Making a choice is not always about making the right choice. It's about taking a decision and committing to it without being paralysed by fear or regret. Robert Frost captured this notion in his poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that, the passing there had really warned them about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I ever should come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. I spoke earlier about Gandhi's assertion that you must be the change you want to see in the world. This is true. But the degree you receive today doesn't just give you permission to change things, it commits you to it. As graduates, you won't just be making your way in the world, but making the world, and for the better. Amid an increasingly empty clamour for attention, thoughtful, articulate and honest voices need to be heard. Make your voices heard and listen too to the voices of others. Graduation is change. You've taken your hard work and the fun times, your commitment and your sacrifice, your setbacks and your bounce backs, your planning and moments of inspiration, great teaching and your own talent, and turn them all into this success that we celebrate today as you receive your degree from De Montfort University. This is your time to shine. Take the lead, be the voice, be the change. Thank you very much and congratulations. Members of the Faculty of Arts, Design and Humanities, by the powers vested in me by the Board of Governors and the Academic Board, I confer on you the awards to which you are entitled. I call upon Head of the School of Humanities, Professor Elizabeth Tingle, to present the graduands and diplomates to the Pro-Chancellor.
Honourable Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the graduands and diplomats of the Faculty of Arts, Design and Humanities, who, by their achievement, have had conferred on them academic awards of the university. The degree of Bachelor of Arts, Performing Arts, Professional Studies, Rebecca Hancock. The School of Humanities in Creative Writing and Drama Studies, Charlotte Alexandra Beatty. Abigail Colebrook. Abigail Hennessy. In Creative Writing and English, Caleb Adesina. Matthew John Budge. Kelly Davis. Rose Godfrey. Kelsey Louise Goff. Megan Shauna Gray. Harry Singh Panasar. Nathan Samuel Roberts. Louis Simmons. In Creative Writing and English Language, Samira Ali. Paige Clark. Winner of the Creative Writing Portfolio Prize, Layla Gruel. In Creative Writing and Film Studies, winner of the Creative Writing Publication Prize, Simajit Banning. Matthew Dale. Alexandros Doskores. Annie Mae Ford. Alexandra Jane Elizabeth Kilcran. Bibi Solabi. Benjamin Mark Weldon Thompson. In Education Studies and English Language, Olivia Devi. In Education Studies and History, Amanda Elizabeth Box. In English, Filsan Ali. Kirsty Beecroft. Raisa Bad. Zainab Baruchi. David Lee Buff. Christina Gambetta. Asia Gangat. Jessie Hillary. Katie Louise Jones. Ellie Keenan. Madison Page. Sumaya Patel. Winner of the Nicholas Zerbrugg Dissertation Prize and winner of the Kasim Razak Memorial Prize, Alice Payne. Mitchell Pike. Jack Porter. Winner of the Nicholas Zerbrugg Dissertation Prize, Harry Robinson. Leah Smith. Abigail Poppy Swift. In English and English language, Raisa Ahmed. Aisha Bad. Zubair Bismillah. Callum Fitchett. Maria Khalifa. Sarah Bibi Mahmood. Olivia Singleton. Nathaniel Smith. In English and Film Studies, Sophie Louise Bigley. Holly Bryant. Grace Podmore. Abigail Remmer. In English and History, Jodie Walker. In English and Media, Sasha Marjara. Ailish Sky Regan. Kavita Sidhu. Kira Thorne. Aaron Wilson. In English Language and Media, Harriet Patricia Duncan. Della Yovi Hator. Megan Olivia Jones. Winner of the English Language Dissertation Prize, Thomas Kennedy. Devi Laxman. Christian Nezan Medina. Heather Jean Shutt. Kirsty Ann Stewart. Natalie Stock. In English Language with Creative Writing, Samantha Blackwell. Joseph Glover. Lily Georgina Hood. Hayley Lynch. Humera Patel. Sana Yassin. In English Language with English Literature, Tanya Flanagan. Alicia Navnit Patel. In English Literature with French, Morgan Jamie Carter. In History, winner of the final year History Student Prize, Nicole Sherry Anderson. Kyla Bardwell. Georgina Beresford. Winner of the final year History Student Prize and winner of the Geert Hinrich Ahrens Prize, Tabitha Jane Bolam. Rihanna Sarah Boys. James Oliver Cammock. Alexandra Cartwright. Sabrina Chowdhury. Toby Crow. Simran Dhaliwal. Ethan Dyer. Ben Guest. David Halliday. James Hancock. Gusharan Hera. Charlotte Hill. Adam Thomas Keys. Jack Law. Zareen Massey. Jack McEwen-Ollis. Raki Odedra. Veena Patel. William Preston. Charlotte Quill. Jack Raby. Zoe Robb. Charlie Robinson. Jasmine Shapcott. Lara Smith. Joshua Solomon. Prabdeep Surana. Jacob Sparaga. Matthew Taylor. Georgia Thoburn. Graham Stewart Trotter. Laura Wigfall. In History and International Relations, Silas Gardner. Shane Johal. Troy O'Neill. Winner of the Glenford Marlon Xavier Prize, Siobhan Woodhouse. In History and Politics, Emma Crouch. Hannah Rose Kerwin. Priscilla Osei Boateng. Thomas Alexander Ridley. In History with Mandarin Chinese, winner of the Final Year with Languages Student Prize, Abigail Haywood. In Sports, History and Culture, Omar Butt. Liam Gallagher. George Jackson. The degree of Master of Arts in English Language Teaching, Misbah Batul. Mahmouna Mahrouf. Sohel Patel. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in English Literature, David Mark Hucklesby. In Linguistics, Ayad Hamoud Ahmed. The Faculty of University-Wide Learning, the Foundation Degree in Arts in Fashion and Costume, Arti Bagohill. Viveki Jamnadas. Christina Fanova. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Performing Arts Professional Studies, Samantha Gibson. Suzanne Huntingdon. Connor Izzard. Lauren Alice Leggett. Bethany Parker Hayes. Nicola Piggott. In Professional Studies, Creative Industries, Hannah Rebecca Benyon. Mark Edward Bolton. Jackson Alexander Brown. Ruxa Chiklia. Connor Donaldson. Nabil Ibrahim. Grace Apaya Okpoda. Mohammed Ghaffar. Liam Michael Hanley. Casey Hopkins. Sarah James. Taran Maguire. Agnesa Mahore. Jadine Moss. Tope Sarayi. Stefan Solaja. Eleanor Steinberger. Adam Valley. Kirby Warner. This concludes the presentation of the graduates and diplomats from the Faculty of Arts, Design and Humanities.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of De Montfort University, Professor Andy Collop.
Wow. Well, all I can say is you've been an absolutely fantastic audience for this evening's ceremony. We're bringing proceedings to a close. I'll give my formal closing in a second, but I just have one very small favour to ask just as we go through the closing ceremony. So as we go through the ceremony, there'll be some music playing and we'll be wandering around doffing our caps to various people. And then the music will reach a crescendo. And when that happens, I'm going to go like this, and I'd like everybody to stand up, stamp your feet, clap your hands, raise the roof, make as much noise as you possibly can. If you could do that for me, I would be eternally grateful. And then afterwards, I'd like to invite the graduates back onto the stage so they can have their photographs taken. So, honoured guests, members of the Board of Governors and the Academic Board, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, I can now say, our graduates. My final duty is now to bring this ceremony to an end, and now the celebrations can begin. To all our graduates, many congratulations. Be proud of yourselves. We are very proud of you. Go and make the future. Thank you very much indeed.